What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the Cajun Libertarian Live. I am your host, Cajun Libertarian, as my wife very much made fun of me for shouting about, but I get a little excited and I like to change things up. So, welcome back. Love each and every one of you. Glad that you're here. So, tonight, guess what? Rona's back. Busta Rhymes throws down. We're going to spend some time with Brian Scott Lambrick. Tell some folks to kick rocks, and you guessed it. How is that racist? Tonight on the Cajun Libertarian Live. Yes. So glad to be back. It's been a couple of weeks since it's been just the few of us, which really has grown into an exponential amount of viewers and participants and just family and friends. It's been quite amazing in this very short time that we've been here. So Monday, a week ago today, made the Cajun Libertarian brand as a whole 6 months old exactly. I created the profile, the Cajun Libertarian, exactly 6 months ago, 1 week from today. That is Cajun Libertarian. That's my profile, which many of you are familiar with. And now the page has caught a lot of fire, the Cajun Libertarian. And it really takes a team. There's so many of y'all that help out. It's just absolutely crazy to think that we've been able to garner this much attention and this much voice and just recognition out there in the community. Yes, bootleg 6 months. Eskimo, congrats, thank you. She's been doing it twice as long as me, if not more. Good evening, Joseph Adams. Absolutely, my wife. Double hearts, freaking awesome. It's incredible. I can't. It's really inexplicable. I feel like some of this stuff is just luck of the draw, and I drew a lot of that luck. So I get to be here and I get to do these things. I get to do the thing, right? As Thomas Queter always says, Tom for 52.com. Tom for 52.com. That's TOMFOR 52.com. Go visit his website, hit the donate button, hit the subscribe button. Thomas Daniel Queter always likes to say, and I love this quote. I love it. I picked it up. I ran with it the first day that I heard it. And it is whatever the thing is that is in front of you, do that thing. Okay. Whatever that thing looks like, whatever that thing is, do the thing. And this is the thing that we picked up here at the team of Cajun Liberty. Hello from PA. Our school board just voted in grill covers for the kids in my school year. Supposed to start on the 19th. Not my kids. Huh. Valid. That's crazy. I will have to go look at that, Tabitha. Thank you. Colton, what's up? So, to our sponsors real quick, and then we're going to get right into it. First one, Ashley. If you didn't know, Ashley's a part of the Cajun Libertarian team. She designed the website that you can go to, CajunLibertarian.com. I'll throw that up on the screen here in a minute. Fierce Luxury is a high-end bag and accessories consignment store based online. They carry the hottest brand like Louis Vuitton, Chanel, Gucci, and Hermes, Hermes. I'm probably right somewhere, but that's good enough. Consign with them for a 30% fee, 20% less than most consignment stores. Find them online at fierceluxurybyashley.com and on Facebook in their exclusive group, Fierce Luxury by Ashley. Please go visit the website, fierceluxurybyashley.com. Video Debate. Vid Debate is an app designed to give users the ability to use their God-given right for free speech to post up to 3-minute videos on the topic of the day. Every day, Vid Debate will post a question in the hopes to draw strong opinions from all sides of a range of topics from pop culture to politics. Brian Lamar is the founder of Vid Debate. That's a very interesting new app that's coming about. And I implore you, I really hope that you go visit it. And whatever the right word was for that. I do want to give one more shout out. This one's for free. The other two people paid me, but this one did not. So, but he does donate to the show a lot. He also does donate to Muddy Waters Media. That is this fantastic pirate right here that you see, the glorious, magnificent face with barely any facial pubic hair, is Jack Casey, the author of theroyalgreen.com. Theroyalgreen.com. In his series, he is an author. That is a real thing, regardless of the suit that he's wearing at that point in time. With whatever beer or Pepsi can is in the background, I'm not sure, and looks like a paper note from some other gay pirate. So that's all right. We love you, Jack, just exactly the way you are, in all of your glory and magnificence. Back to the comments. Gravely, gravelly Cajun voice, luxury purse designs like Louis Vuitton. You spelled Vuitton wrong, but that's okay. She made fun of my voice. So that'll happen. Cajun shilling for purses is endlessly entertaining. Oh, very good. So JP Stevens is obviously a fan of purses. He can go to fierceluxurybyashley.com and purchase a Louis Vuitton purse or Chanel. Or, I don't know what any of those people sell, to be honest with you. I just know the names from rappers' videos. I'm just dead honest. Dead honest. Just know that rappers rap about it. That's it. Not my style, but a lot of people's style. Tons of people's style. And Ashley helps me out a great deal. And so I am more than happy to promote. Maybe I should get into it. She makes more money than I do. I should start getting into the purse collection series. That would work. You can make me richer by donating to the PayPal at Cajun Libertarian. You can buy merchandise at thecajunlibertarian.com. Or I'm sorry, CajunLibertarian.com. Also, please give me a call. Got my phones right here. Got them bad boys right here. Give me an anchor calling moment. Dunk on me. Give me some advice. Crap all over me. It doesn't matter. Make a comment. Ask a question. But give me a call. Anchor call-in moment, if you wish. Please and thank you. So, I'm waiting on Brian Scott Lambert, but since we do not have Brian Scott Lambert quite yet, we will go ahead and just start diving off into what it is that I want to talk about tonight. And the first thing we'll start with is, how is that racist? It's not. I promise you it's not. Because I looked into it. I didn't have to look into it. It's just hilarious. And so we talk about it here because this is not the type of stuff we need floating around in our brain spaces. Barton, what up, bro? We the people. Yes, indeed. So, how is that? Oh, let me get rid of that banner real quick. I'm sorry. I'm going to leave the anchor call-in moment up there. Anchor call-in line. Please give me a call. How is that racist? So what did we find this week? A couple of people found me a few things. I'm not going to go into all of them. We're going to save some of that content, but bootleg 3 views. I don't know, dude. I'm staring at well over 20 plus some that I can't see, so I'm not sure. What's up, David? Yeah, how is that racist? How is what racist? How is that racist? Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are apparently racist. But is that true? Let's find out right now on that segment of How is that racist? It's not. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I'm going to give you just a really short, compacted version of this because you already know how stupid it is. All right? It's dumb. Of course, we know peanut butter and jelly sandwiches aren't racist. They don't even explain how it's racist because it isn't racist. It's not racist. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are peanut butter with jelly as a bread. We can go into the condiments and ingredients of what peanut butter and jelly are and which type of bread you choose to accompany with said peanut butter and jelly. That is not going to equate to racism. Not once, not ever. It's not. But we will poke fun at their idiocy and absolute cognitive dissonance and their intention to divide us via race. And we have a new voice message from Muddy Waters Media, and I am scared because now I'm going to get fired live on air. Although I think I'm absolved from the duck thing, considering the meme we saw in the comment section earlier. So anyway, no, I'm sure it's just fun. PB&J, not racist. They didn't even call it racist. They just said all sandwiches were racist. Why? Because people from other countries may not have sandwiches or know what sandwiches are. That's literally the entirety of it. There you go. How is that racist? PB&J, sandwiches in general, neither of the two racist. Go look it up. It's ridiculous and hilarious at the same time. With that being said, our man, Ryan Scott Lamb. Oh, he's walking around. We'll give him a minute. We'll go ahead and play our voice message here that I just got that I didn't read or listen to, because that's how we roll here at the Cajun Libertarian. That's also how they roll at Muddy Waters Media. They may vet some of them. They probably vet some of them. Let's see. Oh, it's just Jason Lyon. He doesn't count.
Hey, Cajun. This is Jason Lyon, Mr. Merca, the Bearded Truth from Muddy Waters Media. I want to say I love your content, love your show, love what you've been producing and putting out. A topic I was covering on my show tonight with the wonderful, amazing Matt Wright, which I think we both think very highly of and surely agree with his opinions on virtually everything, and including probably this one as well. I just wanted to share with you that on my show tonight, Matt Wright admitted that everyone on the Muddy Waters team, with no exceptions, had a lesser beard compared to Mr. Merca, the Bearded Truth, Jason Lyon himself. And so I was wondering if you would like to have any public comments on that, or if you'd like to finally agree that you indeed have the lesser beard. Appreciate it. Love you much. Talk to you soon.
I absolutely do have some commentary on that, Jason Lyon. I'm glad that you asked, and thank you for your inquisition or your request for my astute analysis on the subject matter. Now, I was not able to watch your show tonight. That's the first time I wasn't able to watch it since you've relaunched it. For that, I apologize, because I had to work really long, and I really just got home, got out of the shower, ate, and put together these few little notes that we're going to talk about, which are barely nothing, and it's probably going to be obvious. But to your point, no, I don't agree at all. Matt Wright is wrong. You're wrong. And you're wrong, Jason. I have the better beard because it's black. Now that may be racist, but it's not racist. Neither is peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Not racist at all. Next up, we're going to spend some time with Brian Scott Lambert. Brian.
How you doing, Cajun?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Trying to figure out why I can barely hear you. This is what happens when I don't go on podcasts and don't do anything. You sound like you're... No, it's not on your podcast. It's on my phone. It's running through StreamYard right now.
No, you're not the first person to complain about it. I've got...
Yeah, and I can't figure out why. I tried running you through Bluetooth. I tried doing all these things to boost it up. I can only get you loud on my computer, but there's like that delay. So I can't, if I listen to it on the computer, and then I'll hear my own voice, and that's just going to throw me off and make me feel insane. But anyway, so why am I here? Why did you bring me on your show all the time? What am I doing here today, Cajun?
The bootleg says he just came for you, so you just make it up as you go.
He's been trying to get me to show up to these meetings, and I am not showing up to meetings. I don't, I'm a libertarian activist where, like, I will show up and get signatures. I will show up with 4 clipboards and walk away with a couple hundred signatures to get someone on the ballot. I will carry a banner in a parade. I will pass out cards. I will talk to people. I will sit and spend 4 hours planning out an entire timeline of what a campaign is supposed to look like. I can go through the finances of a campaign. I can audit the campaign. I can help do an entire platform development. I can do opposition research. We can do a political landscape creation, whatever it is needs to be done for a campaign or a political party or activism, whatever. But showing up on a fucking Zoom call to like vote on shit and talk about bylaws, I would fucking rather pour myself in gasoline and light a match. I hate that shit. It bores the shit out of me. It's awful. I don't want to do it. I certainly don't want to do it every week or every month. And I've been lucky enough to avoid that shit for several years now. I even managed to get out of it when I was working on the Joe campaign. There's only a few people that ever saw me on a Zoom call. I wasn't there long.
Sounds like you've had a recent Zoom call.
No. I've had people try to drag me on Zoom calls. Is what's happened. And here's fuck. So here's the problem, is that these people want to have meetings, and they're having meetings about meetings. And the thing I'm starting to learn about state parties around the country, because I only had experience with Illinois and now with Tennessee, but as I've been dealing with more and more, I'm discovering that there is a great lack of organizational skills, and they're constantly reinventing the wheel. So you have these state parties that are always trying to find a way to improve themselves, but they can't do it. And then there's something as simple as planning an event that involves one or two people coming in from out of town to do something somewhere becomes a giant fucking catastrophe. So it's like, okay, we're going to have a meeting on Uber Conference, but then we're switching over to Cisco WebEx. We're going to use Microsoft Teams because Skype wasn't working. And then we ended up using Google Meets, but now we all just gave in on using Zoom. What are we talking about? Well, I mean, didn't you see the giant group text that came out? The group text, yeah, the one we broke up the last several emails that nobody read and went through. Well, it's all on Slack, but didn't you see it on Signal? Well, there's a whole thread going on about it on Discord, and all these fucking state parties are going through too much information that they've got. Hey, we have an event. Did we promote it? It's on the MeWe page. Maybe it's on the Facebook page. Why did you put it on? It's on Instagram. MeWe is basically walking into the graveyard to join Google+. Nobody has a consistency with what they're doing. They can't plan their events. They don't know how to promote their events. They're debating between Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and then everybody just goes on Clubhouse anyway and complains about it. And nobody has any centralized idea of where things are going. And after several months of chaos, a genius comes across and says, we should create a Slack channel. That'll make it great. And then everybody's got to download another fucking app. And then people have 7, 8, 9 things going off on their phone, all about the same stupid crap. Nobody can keep track of what's going on because only some people want to use Slack. Some people want to use Signal. Some people want to use Discord. Some people would rather just use a fucking email chain, and nobody wants to actually talk to anybody. And that's the problem that we're having. And I'm seeing this systemic issue happen across the whole country. It's communication. Everybody's reinventing the wheel, and they don't need to do that. They need to pick something. They need to stick with it. The problem is not that you don't have the newest, coolest app. That's not the problem. It's not that you haven't signed up for MailChimp or paid for Benchmark or any other kind of service that you think you need. What it is everybody just needs to sit down and do the work, plan it, organize it. My favorite things for campaign meetings, I will drive 3 hours across a state and sit in a room with people for 4 hours. If I can work with them on a campaign issue, I can delegate work. We can give people titles if they want titles. At least people know what their assignments are. They know what they're working on. And you can lay out an entire 4 months of a campaign, 6 months, 9 months. We can do a year and a half if we need to. It's going to have to be revisited. But the point is we can go through all of this. I would rather drive 3 hours, do that in person, do it in person with people, sleep on a couch, drive 3 hours back the next day, then get on a Zoom call tonight. It just doesn't work. And libertarians suck at it. And I'll give you a little clue that I've learned too, if you want to hear a little clue here, Cajun.
Yeah, we want to hear.
The people that brag the loudest about how great they are and how awesome they are and how wonderful they are at doing these things are usually full of the most shit.
You heard it here first.
Makes me sick.
Yeah, and we won't even bother with the names. No,
there's no reason to go over names. I've got them all written out here. So anyway.
yeah. So let me ask you this, because you said you would rather drive 3 hours to meet in person than to have a Zoom call meeting. Why can't we get the Zoom calls or the phone calls or the Spotify?
Well, first of all, there's different kind of meetings. One of the things I don't like about Zoom meetings is I've gotten on Zoom calls where it's like, we need to do 15 to 20 minutes worth of work and it takes 3 fucking hours. And everybody's laughing, everybody's goofing off, everybody's changing their profile pic. We're all sharing memes. And it's like, I want to get stuff done so I can get off this call so I can get back to my life. I don't want to sit on a call with people and look at fucking memes. I look at enough memes. I don't fucking care. It's not that funny. Like, there's so much stuff going on in my life and I'm so damn busy that I don't have time for that. Now, being in person is better because, well, one, people behave better and you can control things and get people organized. Nobody is going to drive out to a meeting and sit down and have their notes and ready for a campaign meeting when there's things to get done, especially when somebody's leading a meeting. And that's very hard on Zoom calls where somebody's actually leading something. And I'm not saying a Zoom call can't be productive. Businesses and everywhere do it all the time. And there are some libertarian chapters and segments that can get things done. I've seen them. But it's the minority. there's not a lot of them, specifically with libertarians, that can do them, make them effective. And the thing I like about an in-person meeting is you can be so much more productive with people in person. You can build human connections, develop things. It's easier when you're walking around, you're eating, people are drinking, they're loosening up. Maybe you're walking over to one side of a place and they're at the restaurant and somebody wants to ask you a private question, as opposed to just texting behind the scenes. It's just so much more relaxed and easier for people to get work done. And it builds up their confidence to do jobs they want to do. They're willing to ask more questions about it, and there's a lot less distraction. But the other point of it is it depends on what the meeting is. We're going to have a meeting because it's time for our monthly meeting. All right, what's going to happen on the monthly meeting? State parties do it, campaigns do it. And when there's an agenda and people are going through the agenda, that's good if they can stick with it. It's that I don't see that happen that often. I see campaigns where there's just not much of a structure. And that's the bad part, is when people think there's a structure and they're not. And that's actually not on anyone's fault. A lot of people are running campaigns they've never done before, and they don't have experience. And I won't fault somebody for that, but I will fault people for fucking around and wasting time on a goddamn Zoom call, especially when there's a million other things I'd rather be doing on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. I could be out hanging out with people. I could be living my life. I have a gorgeous blonde woman downstairs I could be spending time with. I could be out hanging with friends. I could be at a kayak. I could be grilling food. I could be hiking up a hill. Instead, I'm sitting here watching people share fucking memes, and they're going to PTR their damn thing on Clubhouse, and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing and why I'm here, and nothing's getting done. Cajun, why am I here on this podcast right now? Talk to me.
You are doing the thing right now, as Thomas Quater says. Whatever thing is in front of you, do the thing. You are doing the thing right now. You are just giving us loads of information in a very entertaining fashion.
Please, I'm pissing people off. People are watching going, what is this asshole trying to talk about? Yeah, nobody's going to agree with me on this. It doesn't go anywhere. I have to call Thomas too. I wanted to talk with him and see. I know a little bit of what happened in Florida, but I still wanted to talk to him about it and then go over some campaign things with him. So, hi, Thomas.
Yeah, he'll say hi. No, you can get swaths of people that agree with you. You may get one that doesn't, just because of, for whatever reasons. No one is being pissed off. Everyone is loving this. Much like my beard, Jason, which is vastly more loved than yours. Sorry, I had to throw that in there, Brian. You actually were talking on Clubhouse last week about something you were wanting to rant about, but because of the Spike Clubhouse situation and me needing a way to take off a little bit, I see Cajun talk less. Something's going on with my microphone. It's been an issue since the Kokesh interview. I'm sorry. But anyway,
it's very difficult to hear you. I'm like straining and I'm getting like right up in my camera so I can hear you.
Yeah, something's going on with my audio. Like, it's way more turned up than normal. I'm looking at my mixing board now. I know what to do with a mixing board because this is the one thing I am familiar with podcasts, and that's audio video. But I can't get that right. So I'm going to keep going.
What was the discussion with Spike? Spike did good this weekend in Kentucky. The Kentucky State Party, if I can talk about something positive before I leave so I don't just show up and rant about something. The Kentucky LP did a fantastic job. The idea of a minor league baseball game was great. And the idea of having Spike throw out the opening pitch was great because he'd been working on it all week. Spike is, the perfectionist. He likes to make sure he's got things down the way he wants it. And throwing a pitch, it's such an opportunity to embarrass yourself. And I told him right away, I'm like, we want to make sure we don't Dr. Fauci this. So let's just, but he actually went out and he spent the week practicing and working on it. And then when we got there, Brandon, what's his last name? McCullough? Brandon of the Kentucky LP, the three of us just kind of walked on over to the dugout beforehand. Nobody was in there. You don't ask permission. You just beg for forgiveness later on. And we walked into the dugout and just started tossing some balls at him. And Spike was throwing pitches. Brandon was catching. And he got warmed up. He was good. He went out there and he nailed it. He got it right in the catcher's mitt. The catcher dropped it, but that's not on Spike. And overall, everything in Kentucky worked out really well. They have something not many state parties have around the country. I think Ohio has it, according to Connie. But they have an office. They have an office space, and it's in a really old building built in 1880, which is, less than 2 decades after the Civil War, in Louisville, not like maybe 10 minutes from downtown Louisville, in the city proper. And this office is really great. They've got access to a kitchen. There's a conference room. That's where they had the event with Trisha Butler. Trisha Butler and Spike Cohen hosted an event there on Saturday. It was just, some training, questions about campaigns, candidates, building up your affiliate and stuff. And all of that went off well, but I was really impressed with their new state chair. He's been there for about 5 months. His name is Randall Daniel. I love the location they have, and he's going to be the guest on Matt Wright's podcast this Thursday night. He's going to talk about that building, talk about the history of the building, and Randall is going to talk about his family history in Kentucky, and it's fascinating. You're not going to believe what it is, and it's really going to blow your mind when you find out just how important it is. I'll put it this way. You're going to want to take a look at the Kentucky flag. The Kentucky flag is going to pop up in this discussion, and he's going to talk about it with really good historical knowledge and passion. And it's going to be a really good episode this Thursday. But the Kentucky party did a wonderful job. And the fact that they've got a central location, a place where they can receive mail, they have storage in the basement of this building where they can keep a podium. That's where all the yard signs are for all their campaigns. And then they have an office where if they have to have meetings with people, people can walk in. There's an office. There's a desk. There's actually a fireplace in the office because it's an old building and they needed fireplaces to keep it warm. But there's a fireplace in there. And it's great when you can have an office and an official storage space as opposed to the usual let's meet up at an IHOP, let's meet up at a Denny's, everything is in so-and-so's basement. And I thought that was really, really cool. They have a really good deal that they worked it out. So it's very inexpensive for them how they pull it off. And I know not everybody has access to that. But man, it was really cool to see it. And I dug it. I dug the Kentucky Libertarian Party.
Nice. Can you hear me better?
No, I just hear a little muttering in the background. I could barely understand you.
That's crazy. What about now?
No, but I'm glad you're trying. Keep trying. We can do this for the show. I can get back to what I'm working on here, and we can just do sound check.
Could somebody else in the comments please let me know? I switched out mic. So anyway, I actually did have Randall Daniel on my show about a month or so ago. A very charismatic individual. Yeah, like him a lot. I'm glad that you got to talk to him for sure.
You know, at this point, I'm trying to figure out who you haven't had on your show. You've had like everybody.
I have not had Joe Jorgensen, Matt Kibbe. I haven't had Justin Amash, and I think those are really the last three big names.
Have you had Dave Smith?
Oh, Dave Smith. Yep. Don't have Dave Smith.
Have you reached out to them?
No.
Why have you not reached out to them? Probably because they won't be able to hear you either. They'll be sitting here like I can't hear you, and then the interview's over.
I got people telling me that I sound quieter and people telling me that I sound better. I don't know what to do here.
On your show, I can hear you okay. When I'm streaming you on YouTube, I can turn the volume up and you sound fine. But in StreamYard right now, you sound way off in the distance, and it's making it hard to hear you here.
It's very weird. So, yeah, I do need to reach out to them. What's that face for?
You sound like a Russian bot, dude. You're not even...
Okay. All right.
I can't even understand you.
Just give us a rant.
No, you're a Russian bot. I don't even know what that means. And now I'm just sitting in silence. Are you saying anything? Am I here alone on your show? This is creepy. Cajun, you there? Okay, I'm looking at you now. Yeah, now you're whatever you did, you made it worse. Excellent job. You're a real libertarian.
Perfect. Better? Worse? What's the deal?
That's better.
All right.
Was your mic like not plugged in? Like what was going on?
I was plugged in. I switched them out. Maybe it's the filter. I don't know. Anyway,
now you sound great.
Okay, good.
Is there anything else you want to talk about while I'm here? I'm doing a bunch of little projects. Spike's going to Ohio in a couple of weeks. We're doing a bunch of work that we're handling now, and then there's some other events coming on. I figured, are you going to have anybody on your show to talk about Young Americans for Liberty conference this past weekend in Florida?
Not right off the bat, no. But what I do have is I've been in talks with Lauren, I believe, and I'm pretty sure that I am going to get the new director of the YL on the show. I just don't know when that will be because I'm actually booked out till October, but I will make a Sunday special for her whenever I can get in touch with her again.
Yeah, you should reach out to People for Liberty and see if they'll get Joe to come on your podcast. You might come on for at least a good 10, 15 minutes.
I thought you said YL. Yeah, I definitely reach out to People for Liberty as well.
But anyway, I do got to get back to work here because I got a press release that's going out in the morning for Ohio, and I got to get some information organized about Alabama. There's a big event going on in Alabama, and actually, it's right after Ohio. Spike's not even going to go home. He's going to leave Ohio and fly right out to Alabama for a press conference outside of the courthouse in Montgomery on Tuesday, August 24th. And then as soon as that's over, I have to leave Montgomery and head straight to Eastern Tennessee. I'm going to be hanging out with Bootleg, staffing a booth for 2 or 3 days over in Kingsport. So I've got I've got a lot of stuff going on, man.
I am so sorry for you to have to spend time with Bootleg Libertarian.
Oh, I don't think he's going to be there. I think I'm going to be staffing it alone by myself, so it should be okay.
Nice. So Kentucky went well. What I was trying to tell you is I did have Randall Daniel on the show, and he was very charismatic, fantastic. I really funny. I liked him a bunch. I'm glad Spike was able to throw the pitch and get it to the catcher's mitt in somewhat of decent enough form, not Fauci form, thank God. Actually, to be honest with you, the vast majority of first pitches are pretty horrible. So Spike did great. Thank you for coming on and ranting. I'm sorry that my sound sucked. Next Monday will be better. This was a little bit. Yeah, throw your pen at me. I see how offended you are now. But anyway,
dude, I order these styluses on freaking Amazon. I love these things. It's got a really good like inkjet thing here, and then I've got that. Can you see the nipple?
That's what she said.
I need firm rubber nipples. They work great on.
That's what he said.
On my phone. I got bass player fingers. These things are so callous from playing guitar and specifically bass over the years. I can't do things on my phone. I've been using these things for 5 years, man. I love styluses. Claire orders like 20 of them at a time. They're expensive. They're good ones that I get. And they're all in my car. They're in my backpack. They're all over the house. Like if you walk around this place and at my old house in Chicago, these things were just everywhere, in every room, on every table, 2, 3 in a room. So no matter where I go, I have them. I'm always throwing them in the wash with my laundry. I don't go anywhere without these things. It's like a mnemonic. I can't even really think well unless I have one of these things in my hand.
I'll tell you what you do go to places without, and that's a freaking belt. Bring your belts.
I've got through it. What, do you have a problem with my rope?
No, I love your rope. I just have a problem hearing you bitch about not having a belt all weekend.
I got 3 belts, and one of them stays in the bag, so everything should be good. It was good. It'll be good in Montgomery. It was good in Kentucky.
You know I gotta mess with you. That is it. Eskimo says you love a good nipple.
I'm gonna mess with you back. Why don't you come out to Montgomery? Can you make it out there on that Tuesday?
I have what? When? Huh?
In Montgomery,
No,
Alabama. We're gonna be there on Tuesday, August 24th. You should come out for the day. Take the day off. Come on out. Spike's going to be there. Vermin's going to be there. The Alabama LP's going to be there. We're going to stay there all night. It's going to be karaoke.
I do need to beat Vermin. At least you only have one. What is that? A McAllister's cup? At least you got lemon in your tea, right?
Oh, I always do. No.
Yeah. But Starbucks won't give you lemon in your tea.
No, Starbucks doesn't fucking staff. I can't believe this. You can get lemon at a Wendy's, at a Burger King, at a McDonald's, at a White Castle, Dunkin' Donuts. All these places have lemon. You fucking cut a lemon and they've got lemon wedges there. Every damn restaurant in the country can do this. And the majority of the worst, most disgusting food chains can do this. Fucking Denny's and Starbucks. They brag about their fancy, expensive Tazo tea that they charge $6 for you to have. And they can't give you a fucking lemon wedge. So what I do is I actually go to Starbucks like once every 2 or 3 months. I get an iced tea and then I keep the cup and I rewash the cup and I just brew my own. I brew a ton of tea at home. That's all I drink. And I chop up my own lemon and I'm at the bottom of this now. This is from a couple hours ago. But yeah, I actually just use the Starbucks cups. I don't really go there. I only go there a handful of times a year. But the cups are really freaking good. They got this little sippy thing. And I can take it with me anywhere. And that way, if I lose it or trash it, I'm not out like a $20, thermos or whatever. I'm out a piece of shit cup from Starbucks. So I just reuse this shit, man. I'm cheap.
I would do the same thing. I would also bring a bag of cut lemon wedges with me if I were going to patronize Starbucks, which I do not. For a variety of reasons, but if I did,
I don't like Starbucks. But everybody else goes there, and early in the morning, you need a place to go. I brew my own tea, and it's funny that you say this because on the campaign trails in Illinois in 16, 17, and 18, because I was on the road. Lately, I haven't been on the road. I do everything from my office here, and it's depressing. But when I used to be on the road, I'll never forget. I was in Peoria. At a campaign event. Can't remember the exact reason, but I was in Peoria and a bunch of libertarians were there at night, midnight, 1 o'clock at this bar. The kitchen closed at 10 p.m. They were just there drinking. And I don't drink. All I wanted was a hot cup of tea. And the bartender woman who was taking care of us at our tables, like, we don't have any hot tea. I've got nothing here. And I go, can you bring me a hot cup of water? And she actually said, I don't know how to do that. She's like, I don't have access to hot water. And I'm like, this is fucking bad. I'm like, can you just take a big mug, fill it with water and put it in the microwave for like 3 minutes, please? I'll pay you whatever you want. In my backpack, I have like 6 different kinds of tea. I had Earl Grey because I wanted to stay up for a few hours. I have a knife that I always carry a knife with me. I had a lemon. I have a little bottle of honey that I carry. And I pulled everything. And I'm slicing up a lemon and I'm squeezing and I'm scooping out honey. I have my own spoon. Like I just traveled everywhere with lemon, honey, and several bags of tea. The only thing I didn't have was a cup and hot water because I can't carry hot water with me all the time. And I'm probably should start bringing a damn mug. But it was really bad to have a bartender tell me she couldn't get me hot water. I'm like, there's a kitchen in there. You can fucking microwave me a cup of water, woman, please. And she did, and I tipped her. She didn't charge me, so I gave her like a $5 tip, and she got me a couple refills on the hot water. But I drink tea, man. I don't drink alcohol, so you got to be self-sufficient when you go out places.
I like coffee.
Yeah, I can't handle dirt water. That coffee drives me nuts.
Yeah, make it dirty. I like it dirty.
What does that even mean? What's a dirty coffee?
It doesn't matter. Make your own idea up. But you don't have any mugs, Brian. Clearly, from our interview the first time, there are no mugs to be had amongst
I could mess with you right now, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna save it for next time.
That'll work. Anything else you want to rant about before I let you get back to work?
No, I didn't mean to do 2 rants. I didn't mean to rant about the lemon. I think I've even done that before on Clubhouse. No, I got to get back to work over here. I want to get some things done before the end of the night, and I'll probably have your show on in the background while I'm doing it. So, yeah, have fun with the rest of the show, and I'll catch you soon, okay?
Yeah. Thanks, Brian.
Take care.
Yes, indeed. Brian Lambert. I definitely baited him into the tea with the lemon thing. I heard that rant on Clubhouse. And I saw the tea and I saw the lemons and I saw an opportunity. And I am a libertarian and full-blown capitalist, so I went for that opportunity. So, with that being said, we're on to our next segment. This is not going to last long either. I can tell you why. Because 100% of you are going to agree, 1,000%, that Andrew Cuomo can kick rocks. I don't hate people. I love people. I've talked about it several times. Talked about it on the Coquette show. Talk about it on my show. I'm not the type of person that you're ever going to hear. I can't stand people, blah, 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 but yada, 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 whatever. No, I do love people. I love talking to people. Yes, some people get on my nerves. I get tired of people from time to time, but I love people. I love Brian. I love Brian's rants. That's great. Somebody I don't love and somebody who I would not be upset if just went away forever, preferably prison, would be Andrew Cuomo, the governor of New York. So for all my New York people out there, I am sorry. Not that I'm telling Andrew Cuomo to hashtag kick rocks, but that sorry sack of, I'm going to get some sound effects. That way I can, put in this ridiculous, obnoxious noises when I have to talk about people like freaking Andrew Cuomo. Disgusting human being. Should have been in prison a long time ago. You killed a bunch of old people. And you know what? Kick rocks to the media. Kick rocks to the media to the fact that they wouldn't even cover this clown, this racist, murderous piece of trash until he started raping women. Okay, you could have went with murder. Murder would have worked. But if we're going to go with a secondary option, you picked one. Thank God, at least you picked that one. I'm surprised you even picked that one because that's how trash you are. Media, kick rocks. Andrew Cuomo, kick rocks. Bill de Blasio can kick rocks for talking to New Yorkers like effing trash. Can't stand him. Shut up, Jason. I love you, though. You do not have to kick rocks, even with your trash comment. Andrew Cuomo can kick rocks. Bill de Blasio can kick rocks. New York politics in general can kick rocks other than TomFor52.com. He does not have to kick rocks. Why? Because he's a good effing human being. So what are you doing, New York? How do you get Cuomo and de Blasio? Are you? I gotta say stuff that gave me kicked off of YouTube. Anyway, Andrew Cuomo can kick rocks. New York politics can kick rocks. Tom from 52.com? Nah, that's a win. That's a win right there. Here's an easy one. Murderers and rapists. People that don't murder and rape. There's your binary option in 2021 politics. You can go Republican, Democrat. We can break it down real easy. Have you murdered anybody and have you raped anybody? Yes. Okay. Well, that's clear no. And go to jail forever or worse. Thank you. Did you not do these things? No, I didn't. All right. Well, great. Let's have a talk then. Thomas Queter didn't rape or kill anybody. That's an easy win. Tom from 52.com in New York. Again, going back, I don't hate people. I love people, and I try not to hate anybody. I don't hate Trump. I don't hate Biden. I don't hate Obama. There's parts of Kamala Harris where I could easily hate, but I still just don't. I just kind of laugh at them because that's how stupid most of them are. But Andrew Cuomo is somebody that I have to literally pray about. And like, I can't hate a person, right? It's not in me. I don't need to be a person that hates other people. We have enough of that. I need to be different. Andrew Cuomo just grinds my gears. You really want to know what grinds my gears? I did not do my Peter impression. Should have. Terrible impression. But I can do that impression. It's pretty good. I got to revisit it. Yeah, that Andrew Cuomo grinds my gears. That guy, I am very, very, very close to hating. And so, yes, absolutely, he can kick rocks. So can the media for waiting until it was like a dozen women that spoke up against this freaking disgusting rape culture that Democrats institute and push forward, and Republicans, to be honest. But don't be a Democrat or a liberal and sit there all high and mighty, trying to excommunicate the quote unquote right from society over their rape culture. No, you're just as bad. You're just as terrible. You're god awful human being party. The Democrat left. I'm not talking about the people that vote for him. Some of them are too. Don't get me wrong. But I just believe wholeheartedly that the vast majority of the swaths of voters, they just are ill-informed. They're not paying attention, but these politicians are not. It's just freaking disgusting. He did like a Jersey accent. I don't know what a Jersey accent is. Now I'm going to have to go figure it out so I can try it again. Do you live in the area you want to run? Important. Cuomo lives in New York, from New York. Still shouldn't run. I will take Randy Perman over Andrew Cuomo. Kick rocks. Can't. It's just a disgusting freaking human being. And he will be out of office by November. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't. But that shouldn't be the end all be all. He should be in prison or worse. Make the wood chipper go burr. My God. Hey, look, I'll throw it in there for you too that I've been saying this about. Two, we can go with Whitmer from Michigan. She can absolutely. Gavin Newsom. Absolutely. Don't remember his name because it's New Mexico, or her name. They can kick rocks too. But we know about Cuomo, and it is absurd. It is evil. Go to jail. Go straight to jail. Right to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. I think JP said something about that. Yes, go straight to jail. But if you watch Parks and Recs, right to jail. Right away. Go to jail. We have the best patients in the world because of jail. My God. So let's get into the last portion of the actual Just a Thought segment. Yes, I will, Jason. It took off 20 minutes for YouTube to demonetize my video from earlier. Can you tell them to kick rocks too? Didn't even know that. That's trash. You talked about criminal reform. What are they demonetizing? I'm not monetized on YouTube yet, but it looks like I'm never going to be because I'm not going to hold my tongue for this crap. I won't. YouTube, you can kick rocks. I don't need to do this anyway. I do this because I enjoy it. I do it because it needs to be done because you guys have given me a platform. I don't make money off this. All the fundraising we've done has went to whatever the fundraiser was. It hasn't helped me pay any bills. I do it because I love it, because I love y'all and it needs to be done. Kick rocks, YouTube. That's ridiculous. For what? Criminal reform. I couldn't watch the episode, so now I got to go back and watch the episode. My God. I hope you're right, Nick. I really hope you're right. Headed for the tar and feather wagon chair, too. So, Rona's back. Back. Never left. It's a virus. Viruses don't leave. Viruses mutate. That's what viruses do. They are a living organism. So they will adapt to make sure that it can continue to live, as do all organisms. So it never left. Despite the false narrative, like, now we can open up because this percentage is vaccinated. That was never a thing in the first place. Understand that. Okay. At a bare minimum, the human race has lived for at least 6,000 years. Okay. If you're going with creationism, I go with creationism. That's me. All right. You don't have to. If you say, I don't like creationism, I like evolution. Now we're talking billions of years. Okay. But at the bare minimum, for 6,000 years, the human existence, the human population, the human race has lived on this planet. You know how many diseases and viruses and bacterial infections and just all of the sorts we've had to run the gambit through? 6,000 years. At the minimum, 6,000 years. I'm trying to do better at looking at the camera here. All right. I want to do that thing. Do the thing that's in front of you. What's in front of me is the camera. So I want to do that. But I get distracted looking at comments and looking at me, trying to make sure I don't look ridiculous. I feel like I always get ridiculous. Anyway, for a minimum of 6,000 years, the human race has been around. How long have we had vaccines? Not that long. I promise you. We're still here. I'll give you, okay, all right, wait. I uploaded this just for those who didn't see it. Speaking of social media influencers and vaccinations, the New York Times media says, in addition to the efforts by the White House, state and local governments have begun paying local micro influencers, those with 5,000 to 100,000 followers, up to $1,000 a month to promote COVID-19 vaccines to their fans. Hate the word fans. Be honest with you. Don't like it. I understand it. I get it. I have fans. I also have about 15,000 followers between all of my platforms. So I qualify. I'm also going to say, you guessed it, kick rocks. No, I will not be accepting your petty cash to push vaccinations because I don't believe in pushing that sort of propaganda. What I will tell you is go figure the shit out on your own, figure out what you want to do. The vast majority of people around in my life have had adverse reaction to vaccines. The vast majority of the people that have gotten the vaccines have not. Make your own decision. You're a bright human being. I believe in the intelligence of people. You're not going to hear that much because most people don't want to talk about that. Why? Because they want to put themselves on a pedestal. They want themselves to sound intelligent. But in reality, if you give a person a thing to do that they enjoy to do, they're going to learn how to do it. Intelligence is your capacity to learn. We've talked about it before. Most people are intelligent. You just have to give them the information correctly, which is very important when you're talking about being an educator. It's not about the whatever curriculum you want to push. It's about what does the child or the student learn and want to learn and how do they learn. All right. Most people are intelligent. If you don't believe that, go check it out. I'm probably right. I may be wrong. Prove me wrong. Test the waters. So, no, hard pass. No thanks. I'm also going to not be anti-vax. Don't believe in that either. I believe that nobody knows a clue about what this virus is or these vaccines. So I will not be a test bunny for the government yet again, as I already was in the military, and we all are all the time. So if we hear you suddenly change your stance, we now know why. Yes, JP, if tomorrow I start saying that everyone should go out and get the vaccine in a very healthy manner, then you'll know that I have gotten paid. That is a fact. Because I feel very strongly about this. Yes. And it's nobody's effing business. I don't care if you've been vaccinated or not. I don't care. Don't tell me. I don't care. I don't need to know. I don't need to see your passport. I don't care if you got vaccinated. I don't care how much you know about vaccines. I don't care about how much you know how much vaccines are bad. I don't care about either one. To be honest with you, this all needs to go away and fast. The reason it is still here is because we are giving it life. A lot of that has to do with government overreach. That's a fact because they try to trample our freaking rights over this thing, over this virus that we don't really know about. And we don't know how to overcome it. Other than the fact that we've lived 6,000 years at a minimum. It's Earth. Some people are going to get sick. Some people are going to die. Do we want that? No. We try to help and do what we can, when we can, where we can to make sure that people can have the best opportunity to get through this virus, as we've done thousands or millions of viruses. But what we're doing right now is asinine. It's asinine. It's crippling, intentionally crippling people that don't otherwise need to be crippled. Herd immunity is still a thing. We've abandoned all science when it comes to coronavirus. And now for sure, I know I'm getting kicked off YouTube, and I don't care because I'm sick of it. This is what got me here. I live in Mississippi. We was 2 weeks, and you were still going to the gas station. Nobody shut down here. I watched people from around the country have their lives ruined by government mandates over this virus. Do not do this again. Do not allow it to happen again. Before I get off into that, I want to play you a something. I really wanted to download it so that you could watch the video, right? But I couldn't, so I'm going to play it over the phone, and hopefully you guys can hear it. But Busta Rhymes with the win. Busta Rhymes. All right, now, great triple-time rapper, right? Great legendary Hall of Famer, triple-time rapper. Not the greatest orator, not extraordinarily articulate, but a good communicator, solid communicator, gets the point across. Let's listen to him.
This is my second show in front of human life. In the last 15 fucking months. COVID could suck a dick. We outside. All these little weird ass government policies and mandates suck a dick. I'm trying to take our civil liberties away. Feels good to be back outside. We outside for real. It's called the God-given right of freedom, right? No human being is supposed to tell you can't even breathe freely. Fuck your mask. I'm saying. Some of y'all might feel differently, but fuck your mask. I can't run to you with a mask on. You can't eat food with a fucking mask on. You can't even see each other smile with a mask on. Damn, I come from a time where before I used to even want to holler at a chick, I used to have to do shit with my face to let her know that I'm into her. All of that energy gets blocked when your mask is on. Energy is important, and we are all conductors of fucking good energy. We also gotta be clear when a motherfucker trying to give you bad energy. You can tell from only the expression on their face. I want to see your face. Fuck your mask. I'm sorry I got a little political shit.
Don't be sorry, Busta Rhymes. Get it, young man. He's probably older than me. Get it. That's right. Busta Rhymes with the hot take. Hey, it's catching fire. Don't stop. Don't stop the message, because you know what else is coming down the pipe? They're trying to go back. They're trying to go back Mask vaccines could stop COVID Delta variant spike within 2 weeks, CDC director says. So 14 days to slow this spread as well. Oh, hey, look, we've seen this one. It's a classic. They're also trying to go back to shutting down businesses again. Hopefully, that doesn't happen. If you're in a state that's trying to require mandatory vaccines and mandatory shutdowns and mask mandates again, please, whatever we can do, don't do this. Don't let them absolutely crush what's left of your economy. Don't let the protests get arrested, get fined. Whatever we have to do, gather up the masses. Don't let them do this again. They only have as much power as we allow them to have. Literally, the law of the land says with the consent of the governed. Now, I'll leave it at that. Don't let this happen again, please. It ain't gonna happen here. I don't have to worry about it. It didn't happen here in the first place. The reason I became an activist was because watching people around the country have their lives ruined by ridiculous anti-science, tyrannical rhetoric. Just absolute garbage. We must not let this happen again. There's nothing is new. What they're trying to tell us now isn't new. It's a virus. We've known about this, and it's procedure for. Sorry, the kids in the back screaming. We just can't let this happen. We can't let this happen. We cannot allow them to do this again. Busta Rhymes is right on point. F them masks. They're trying to take every single bit of your personality and who you are and your freedoms away, dehumanize you. That's what they want. They want to dehumanize. They want to make you less than. We'll say it like that. We'll make you less than. Do not comply. Don't. I could rant about this so much because it pisses me off so bad. It's the worst thing one of the worst things I've seen in my adult lifetime, if not the worst, to come from government. The Patriot Act is probably it's right there. The Patriot Act is one of the first things if I were ever president, that'd be the first thing I would do away with. I know everybody wants to end the Fed, in the IRS, in the ATF, but you know what? In my opinion, the Patriot Act is the most horrific violation of private security that I've seen in my personal lifetime, and that would be the one. This is probably worse. It's not a secret, right? It's not them spying on you through your Apple phone that they're listening to me on right now via the Patriot Act. It's them openly telling you, you are going to do what we say, or we're going to inflict punishment on your life. Go F yourself. And that's just a thought. Take it or leave it. Just a thought. A couple of comments. Comments still rolling in, but Micah, so this is the kind of extremist content I come here for. Thank you, my friend. This is the extremist content that I care to bring. This isn't extreme. Look at what they're doing to our language. This isn't extremist content. Busta Rhymes. This is just old school rock and roll, right? How far are we removed from bands and rappers telling the government to go F themselves? That was a thing for the longest time. And now we can't even say that without being labeled extremist content. I'm done with the coronavirus thing. I understand it's a healthy concern for a lot of older people, a lot of ill people, a lot of obese people that fall into a very specific demographic. That's a very real thing. It's a very real virus. And it's very dangerous to a very specific amount of people. We've known this from the jump. We've known this from the flu. You can debate the numbers all you want, but they're not that much different. They're not. People that are justifying the reaction to this coronavirus are clearly uneducated. There is no justification for the governmental response to this virus, to this sickness. There isn't. Take it or leave it. Just a thought. I love y'all. Oh, I shouldn't have put that up there. Probably bad. Thank y'all very much for being here. Sorry that I was not more prepared for tonight's show. I had a long weekend and a long day of work, but I wanted to do it. I wanted to be here. I love being here with y'all. I love y'all very much. I will see you Wednesday. Same Cajun time, same Cajun channel with Tyler Smith, who's running for LNC secretary. And I couldn't be more excited about it. So don't forget to tune in tomorrow night. We have Muddy Waters of Freedom with Spike Cohen and Matt Wright. Anchor call-in moment there. Then you have Wednesday. You're going to have Spike, My Fellow Americans, and then myself, the Cajun Libertarian Live with Tyler Smith. Barring that there's nothing crazy that happens and we have to reschedule. I don't think so, though. And then Thursday, you have the Writer's Block with Matt Wright on Muddy Waters Media. You also have Bootleg Libertarian. Oh, tomorrow night you also have Veterans. Not a Real Veteran Libertarian. I can't keep up with all these damn things I'm trying to promote now. Not a Real Veterans Libertarian podcast is tomorrow night, Wednesday night, along with Spike, My Fellow Americans, me and Tyler Smith, Kids Libertarian Live. Thursday night, Not a Real Libertarian podcast, Chris Darnell, Will Daughtery, and also the Eskimo show. And then Friday, we may not. I don't remember. I think it's next Friday. I think we'll be on this Friday. Friday, we'll have the Cajun Eskimo show from Bayous to Igloos. Thank you. I love you very much. Please continue to support me, not just monetarily, but through the shares, through the likes, through the viewership. It's been, again, on average, way more than it was the first 3 months, and we're entering the back 3 months of this fantastic initiation into the liberty movement that we all know as the Cajun Libertarian brand that I am just very lucky to be a part of, and that is the God honest freaking truth. Thank you. I love you very much, and I'm out.